There it is. Hi everybody, my name is Josh, and I'm posting under the channel Dawngate 1. Clever, right? I know. This is a game we played last week. That would be the fourth, let me fix the old mic here. That would be the fourth beta period. This is me jungling as Voluc. Here I am in the jungle. I just got a leash. This is going to be a, let's see, this is a little over 10 minutes long, sort of a compressed version of a game. If I were you and you were me, I wouldn't want to sit through 45 minutes of this bullshit, so believe me, we're going to try to keep things moving here. Thank you very much for watching. Let's jump right into it. So this is Voluc. If you watch my Shaper Spotlight video of him, you'll know that he is a really amazing jungler. Of course, you wouldn't know it from watching that video because I did nothing but show you his skills. This is going to be a video of his skills in action. You can see now just how ridiculously fast his clear is. You know, just even at level 2, he could just shred through those little mushroom camps. I think that's what sort of the community has agreed to call them. So here we are. I'm going into this bush, trying to get an early gank here. If you're unfamiliar with the warding system in Dawngate, you don't buy wards. Everybody has a ward already, and they have a ward in that bush, so they take off. There's a failed gank attempt by me. Let's move on over to, here we go. We're under a tower. There is an enemy cerulean there, and he pulls me in. He's, sort of, and I die. He's Cerulean is sort of a he's sort of a Jarvan type in that he can he's got a big spear. He's got a similar look to him, and you know, he can actually pull you in instead of him going to you. So here we are back. This is the left lane. I'm going to try to set up a gank here. I'm trying to remember whether or not this one is actually successful. We're headed back into the jungle, and you can see his W. There's a combination WEQ right there. As our cerulean gets blown up there near the binding. WEQ, so it is a shockwave to initiate, an E to boost your haste, which is your attack speed, and then a Q to hit all the enemies in the jungle camp in front of you. Here we are looking for a ganking opportunity of some kind, running around. You're going to see me do this a lot as I'm trying to figure out exactly how this jungle works. You know, when I played League, I'm not very good at it. I think it's fun. I'm not very good at it. And you'll notice here, my summoner spell, of which you get 3 in the game, you actually choose them at levels 10, 20, excuse me, when you, at spawn, and then levels 10 and 20. I actually took Wither, which is sort of like an exhaust. I didn't take Smite, and thinking back on it, I probably should have. But to be honest with you, it's optional on Voluc. He's so good in the jungle, and he's got so much sustain, especially when you get a few items on him. You really don't need it. You should take it probably to secure objectives like, you know, Parasite and some of the bigger jungle camps, Money Pigs, and whatnot. So I think here we come. This is going to be a gank attempt again in this lane. These are the guys we tried to gank before on the right side and had that particular bush warded. So they have a... Who is that? They have a Nissa down there. Sorry, I couldn't see. They have a Nissa. So here I come. I turn on my ultimate. It's draining health from everybody around. And you can see just how fast and how much damage that does and how much it heals you for. It heals you for 75% of the damage you do. Which, again, nutburgers. Nutburgers. Here we go. Going back to spawn, you can sort of get a look at what the item system looks like. There it is. It's really interesting. All of the items in the game, they aren't really objects. They're more like adjectives. And states of mind, states of being, emotions. You got like hunger, desire, will. There are some like the consumables are actual items, but it's an interesting naming scheme they come up with. So here we are, checking out what's going on in the left lane here. The enemy cerulean is up there laning. So what is this? What's happening? Why did I save this? Surely something interesting is going to happen. Great. Here we go. So I'm going to dive in for a gank. His Volic's E is not only an attack speed increase, it's a snare. So and it's got a slight direct damage component to it. So here we are. I'm trying to maybe flank them if I can. I ward that bush. Here comes the enemy cerulean who's been jungling. I'm going to get caught out. I should not have stayed there. Here I go. Thrown back. Once that happens, man, that is it. He will fucking get you. Here we go. Back into a fight right underneath a binding. Use my E, use my ultimate. Draining health. Oh, so close. There's the enemy Voluc staying behind to try to save his team. It doesn't work for him. It works for the rest of his team. He gets them out of there, but he dies. So here we go. I'm just, so close to being in range to land that E. But we get her anyway. There's that Q. It's an attack speed reset. I covered that in my other video, and it hits enemies in a small arc. in front of Voluc while doing some lifesteal. Back into the bushes, you can see we've got one ward out there, and again, the warding system in this game is ingenious. How are we going to get people to buy wards? I don't know, let's just give everybody wards? Fucking great. Great. Back into the jungle to try to farm up just a little bit more. I'm just checking to make sure that I'm actually still broadcasting here. Hit another level, clearing out this jungle camp. These are the things you do, maybe, as a jungler in Dawngate. I think people are still really trying to figure out exactly what's going to happen with such a huge jungle, because it's a huge jungle. I mean, it's really big. But watch, see this clear speed. I think this is why I put this in here. Boom. So fast. So fast. I think those smaller camps you can liken to wraiths or golems to a lesser extent in League, because they don't give you a buff, but they're there. They respawn every minute. So I guess closer to wolves or wraiths, really. You can see all of the little green numbers coming up off of the creeps as we kill them. Those are lifesteal numbers. I'm not exactly sure what my total lifesteal was at this point. Again, this is a recording, so I can't tell you, but if I could, it would be high, because Volic's W scales, once you max it all the way, it's 12.5% lifesteal just from an ability, let alone items, and that stuff all stacks. So here we go, killing some more fish monsters. The game is full of various creatures that are awful and deserve to be smashed in the face. This is a spirit well. Now, I haven't covered this at all in any of my videos because I've only done 4 of them. That's a brand new mechanic for Dawngate. It essentially generates resources over time. There are 4 of them on the map. You can see the 4 sort of blue and red icons right up there in the HUD in the middle. And I believe they generate 1 resource, 1 Vim is the gold or money or whatever, 1 Vim per worker per minute. I think. So you'll see a little bit later on, there I am choosing my new summoner spell, which is Blink, or Flash, or whatever. You can see later on, you can actually, after somewhere around the 7-minute mark, you can start capturing those spirit wells, and you can get the resources for your team, and over time those really add up. So here I come, in for a gank, to hit that W, which is like a Nautilus shockwave, turn on my ultimate, because why the hell not, hit him with a Q, and he is dead. Here we go, chasing after Nissa, and there's the end of the video clip. So, this is the Parasite. This actually serves as a dragon and Baron all in one. As the game goes on, he changes forms and becomes more powerful. So here, there's a big old team fight. This is the first one right here at Baron. I pop my ultimate, I get a kill, get an assist. Our ADC Samurai is really good. He is on top of things. Unfortunately, we did get the, I almost called it the Baron buff, and our Cerulean gets away by the skin of his teeth. We did get the Baron buff, but most of us died, so ultimately it was just a wash. Volic's ultimate in team fights is fantastic. You kind of just run right in there, and it heals you so fast. I mean, I realize you can see there's the death recap screen that they just added in the 4th beta. It heals you so fast, it really keeps you up in team fights, except for that team fight, which I fucking died. Again, here's the item screen showing you all of the different things. This is almost certainly going to change a lot over time. There are some items in the game. There's a specific ADC item right now that's so incredibly broken that there's no way they can't fix it. I'm hoping they fix it this week. So here's a Spirit Well. That's the enemy Nissa. She's down there. You can see she's killing all of our workers, which is what you have to do before you capture it. You know, you will, if you have enough of those guys, it does make a difference in your Vim supply. I'm going to try really hard not to call it gold. So here we're going to try to force a team fight down here. Our Cerulean pitches someone over his shoulder. We get a kill. Where are we going? We're trying to chase through the bushes. Now, this is interesting. I'm running through the bushes after the enemy Nissa, and you can see there they have a ward in that bush. I didn't chase after them, it seems like. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, now, pick up an E. Or pick up a kill with that E. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. It's tough to do this, you guys. It's really tough. Another team fight. Pop my ultimate. That thing is so useful. Get into Q, get into W, blow all of my spells. Interesting thing about this game is that once you blow all of your spells, a lot of the cooldowns are really, really long. And it makes it really difficult to, you know, you really have to know when you're gonna hit the button. So great, pop the ult again, hit the E, hit the Q, hit the W. The enemy Cerulean Demasias me right in the face, and I go down. There's a big similarity to Jarvan there. Here we go, another team fight. This is a big one, right underneath the binding. Hit the R. You can see our Zeri hits me with her ultimate, which is like a Lulu ultimate. It's a mega steroid. Cerulean tosses someone over his shoulder. He goes down. We're trying to dive under the tower. Towers in this game seem to have a slightly lower firing rate than the towers in League, so it makes it a little bit easier to dive under them. There we go. Enemy binding goes down. I got to start calling it a binding and not a tower. This is the main... this is it. This is the end. This is essentially the Nexus, except the Nexus fights back. You can sort of liken it to a raid boss in an MMO. You'll see here in a minute, after we finish getting a kill there. You'll see in a minute, so he's got 3 health bars. We burn down the first one really fast. They get progressively more difficult as you go. He's shooting fireballs out of him. I'm not sure if it's going to happen here, but you will see little icons appear on the ground when he shoots things up in the air, and it's essentially a don't stand in the fire moment. He goes down. He falls into the pit of despair. No! Fire and ice, everyone's happy, our team is victorious. That is my very quick Voluc game. Woo! Jesus, I need a glass of water.